I'm back. Good afternoon, my lovelies. This is Miss Jacob coming straight from that Spiker Star, aka the messenger. For it's always a message for you, but it's up to you to discern what Miss Jacob is trying to say. Remember, I'm just the outsider looking into your world, seeing things that you do not see. Okay, but the name of this title is called What's on My Mind? Real Talk Chronicles, Reparation Entitlement, response videos from Sergeant Tyson from the U.S. military on racism, questions for James C. McConville and Michael A. Grinston, the Pharaohs. The Pharaohs. Disclaimer. I am part of the self-conscious awareness addressing issues from a higher level of consciousness, coming up with solutions to solve all issues at hand. I am also one of the righteous 12 tribes, a servant of the Most High God, as well as a spokesperson for the unspoken peoples of injustice by the evil demonic powers that be or sit in high places. Remember, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, okay? All threats and negative toxic comments will be returned back to sender on a spiritual scale at your own expense. All threats will be for you and your family and never for me, for no daughters of Zion will not be touched by swine, unclean spirits. Reparations, the making of amends for a wrong one has done by paying money or otherwise helping those who have been wronged. Response video. Sergeant Tyson from the U.S. military. Racism in the military is real and hard to move up in ranks. Commentors. Simply a diver says, it's true. Her OCS packet got lost when she put it in. Sergeant Tyson then says he knew a few E4s who were holding that rank for over 10 years in the Guard and reserves who got passed up for promotions, and they were doing E7 jobs while others moved up. Dark Six Soldier says, especially in Fort Sill, Fort Campbell even rejected him from working in one of their sappers unit because he was black. Sergeant Tyson then said he had a few run-ins with a sapper unit in Iraq. He's seen E4 running the equipment while others go on their way to the market. Sergeant Tyson also says his pops got screwed in the 1980s where he was stationed at Fort Benning. He was passed up on promotions many times. Proverbs Proverbs 13-22. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, but the wealth of a sinner is stored up for the righteous. Now I have a few questions for the Pharaohs. Okay, the Pharaohs. James C. McConville, and Michael A. Grinston. But before I continue, we're going to humble ourselves since the sinner's wealth is for the righteous, and my oppressor shall serve me. Isaiah 14. I'ma spiritually and kindly take your doggy biscuit trophy bite treats off your uniform and your Black American Express card, and we're going to sit these elements right here on the table. We're going to sit them right here. And we're going to charge it to the game as follows. Now, I want to know, what is the Spanish Book of Honor or the Spanish Book of Army? I want to know, what is that? I mean, a book is a book. A dictionary is a book. An encyclopedia is a book. A magazine is a book. Okay, what is the Spanish Book of Army? How come it just couldn't be the U.S. Book of Army, okay, or the Book of Army for all those who provided services for you, who put their lives on the line and provided services for you? How come it just couldn't be that? Why it had to be the Spanish Book of Army? Why? That's what I want to know. So you mean to tell me, because according to Sergeant Tyson, he said he's seen E4 running their equipment while others go on their way to the market. So you mean to tell me you had other people working and busting their tail, putting their lives on the line, but you got these people reaping the benefits off of somebody else's hard work? That's what you're trying to say? Because that's what it appears like. That's is what it appears like. Okay. And then on top of it, he said he said in Iraq, he said he had a run in with a few sappers in Iraq. So what is the Spanish Book of Army? What is that? So you mean to tell me, because these people, because mind you, a lot of people been saying, and I try not to get involved in propaganda news, but a lot of people been saying that the food has been going over there. And it's also been a lot of tropical storms that's been going over there as well. Okay. So basically, because they allegedly fought your wars in Iraq. Now you promising them land and giving them all this stuff, right? That's what that means. I mean, I'm trying to have a better understanding because there are other people who put their lives on the line that don't get recognized, but these people get recognized. That don't even make an ounce of sense. But did this, right? You want to know what I want y'all to do, right? Because this video only allowed to be so long. I want y'all to call up to Delta T Group. Delta T Group in Edison, New Jersey, and ask to speak with Edward Luna and Maya and ask them about Miss Jacob and see what they tell you. Because last time I checked, I always been 10 toes up. Always been 10 toes up. Always was and always will be 10 toes up. Okay, now I see what Sergeant Tyson is talking about. And then you telling these people to be fake nice to me. These people be coming out the woodworks being fake nice to me. They call me negative. They call me monkey. They kick me out of their stores. You know how many times they jumped me? You know how many times? But yet you putting these people on a pedestal. But guess what? Guess what? You have to be, if I had to speak bilingual to work on their jobs, they have to be part of the righteous 12 tribes that have part in the land. They not welcome on my land. They just not. You brought them over here. You're going to have to take them out. Yeah. And you want to know what else too? All the debt that's under 153783799, that is to be honored. That is to be honored under the forgiveness program. Since you honor the Spanish Book of Honor, all the debt that's under my old Social Security number is going underneath that Spanish Book of Honor, and you're going to honor it. And you're going to put it under the forgiveness program. Just like you gave them, they go to school for free. They don't pay no medical. They don't pay for anything. Yeah, guess what? All that debt is going underneath there. Everything, all the filth and garbage that's under that Social Security number is going underneath the Spanish Book of Honor under the forgiveness program, okay? We're going to do it like that. That's my reparations, okay? And then some. They owe me reparations. Nobody owe them anything, okay? The favoritism and the racism is real. And as far as you giving them the livestock, because all the farmers were bought out of the livestock and they were stupid for selling their livestock. I would have never sold my livestock ever. Now they out here just like anybody else out here looking and scrounging around for food. I would have never sold my livestock. Okay, but that's neither here nor there. Bottom line is this, right? You gave them the livestock. Fair game. Who cares? Guess what? You know and I know 99.9% of the Americans wasn't eating healthy anyway. Look at the problems we was having. High blood pressure, diabetes. Look at the problems we was having. So we wasn't eating healthy anyway. And a lot of the food anyway is an abomination anyway, according to Leviticus. So it doesn't really matter what livestock you gave them. It wasn't a healthy livestock, period. After a certain amount of time, leftovers get nasty and boring. Got to throw them out. And not only that, but a sinner loses everything. And a sinner doesn't last long. And a greedy glutton loses everything. So what good is the food if you can't stop eating? Food is going to run out if you can't stop eating. What they going to do? You got 11,000 of them over here. Where they going to work at? Where's the jobs? I mean, I don't care about no stupid behind job. I never did. When was the last time I had a job? I don't care about no stupid behind job. Period. I could sacrifice it all in order to gain. That's why I'm winning and top gunning it right now. Okay? But yeah, definitely. You're going to honor all that underneath that forgiveness program. Just like you did them. And they're not welcome on my land. And let me just say this real quick, right? You know the worst thing in the world? When you smiling up in their face, smiling up in their face, giving them these fake doggy treats. Good job, good job, good job. But guess what? You got to take them out. It's divide and conquer. You got to conquer these people. You got to get them from over here. They terrorists now. They're going around stealing. Why steal when we gave them everything? They showing you who they really are. Let me just say this. Person show their true colors when they can't get what they want. When they can't get what they want, they go around town terrorizing the place. Now look at them now. It used to be 1 for Spanish and 2 for English. I dealt with that. I had to speak bilingual to work on their jobs. I didn't care. I didn't care. I went without. Now they need land to remigrate. They're not getting the land. They're not welcome on my land. I'm sorry. They jump me. You telling me to be fake nice. That got to come from the heart. Anything I do from my heart, the depths of my soul. You can't be fake nice to me ever. I break bread with people who was there for me when I had nothing. When I had nothing, from the crumbling dirts of the mud. I break bread with people who was there for me when I had nothing. They kicked me down when I ain't had nothing. They kicked me out of their stores, everything. And you think that I'm supposed to make a treaty with these people? Absolutely not. They couldn't afford me, because if half of my people was off so they can be over here, guess what? 10,000 of them gotta go. And they gotta bring all of their nasty, abominable chickens to the forefront. And not one of them better not have not one blemish or spot. And they still gonna get way less. So therefore, they can't afford me, period. I don't roll like that. I really don't. And the worst thing is to get robbed with your own gun. Don't get robbed with your own gun. Okay? But I'm about to be off this. All right? That's going to the 12 tribes. Reparations is for the 12 tribes. It's not for them. Never was or never will be. And no matter how you try to be on a peacekeeping mission or whatever you want to call it, guess what? It's never going to work. Because they already complaining about their check. Their American dream done turned into the most American nightmare. Now they got to pay the higher taxes now. But I'm about to be off this. Call Delta T Group and ask about me. And all my debt is underneath that forgiveness program. See, I ain't one of these people. Absolutely not. I speak for myself, but we just addressing these issues, because now I see Spanish Book of Army. What about all the other people? You've been better off. A book is a book, but you signed off on a dead book, and I got the true and living book. And my oppressor shall serve me. I gotta come to me. I'm telling these people to be fake nice. These people was coming out the woodworks being fake nice to me. After all that, fake nice. Can't be fake nice to Miss Jacob. You have to be genuinely nice. Your niceness has to come from the depths of your soul. You have to show some type of remorse. These people are pigs. Look how they act in public. Stealing. Every time I go to the store, they're stealing. That's how you treat the American people after all we gave them? All we gave them. See, they on collateral time. But the collateral is worthless and is running out. What they going to do? You're going to have to stretch these people and get them from over here. But anywho, reparations entitlement is going to the 12 righteous tribes. It is written, a sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous, and that would include the government's wealth. Time is of the essence for that stupid Spanish Book of Army that needs to burn, and whoever signed off on it needs to burn right along with it. You ain't welcomed over here. Sorry. If I had to speak bilingual to work on your job, you got to be part of the 12 righteous tribes that have part in our land. 7 nations. Deuteronomy 7. 7 nations has to go. And they're amongst the 7 nations that got to go. You got to stretch these people. You really do. You got to get them up out of here. You brought them over here, you got to take them out. That's why it pays to watch what you sell your soul for. Because the price may not be equivalent. But anyhow, this Miss Jacob, looking into your world, seeing things that you do not see. I'm gone.